A certain man had 2 sons. The younger son said to his father, "Father, give me my share of the estate that will come to me." So the father divided his property between his 2 sons. Not long after, the younger son gathered all he had and set off for a distant country. There, he squandered his wealth in wild and reckless living. After he had spent everything, a severe famine struck that country, and he began to be in need. So he went and hired himself out to a citizen of that country, who sent him into his fields to feed pigs. He was so desperate that he longed to fill his stomach with the pods the pigs were eating, but no one gave him anything. Finally, he came to his senses. He said, "How many of my father's hired servants have more than enough bread, and here I am dying of hunger? I will set out and go back to my father and say to him, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants.'" So he got up and went to his father, but while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion. He ran to his son, threw his arms around him, and kissed him. The son began his rehearsed speech. "Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son." But the father interrupted him. He called to his servants, "Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Bring the fattened calf and kill it. Let's have a feast and celebrate. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found." Now the older son had been out in the field. As he approached the house, he heard the music and dancing. He called one of the servants and asked what was happening. "Your brother has come," the servant replied, "and your father has killed the fattened calf because he has him back, safe and sound." The older brother became angry and refused to go in. So his father went out and pleaded with him. But he answered his father, "Look, all these years I've been slaving for you and never disobeyed your orders. Yet you never gave me even a young goat so I could celebrate with my friends. But when this son of yours, who has squandered your property with prostitutes, comes home, you kill the fattened calf for him." The father said to him, "My son, you are always with me, and everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate and be glad, because this brother of yours was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found." This story powerfully illustrates God's unconditional love and joyful forgiveness for any sinner who repents and returns to Him. And it challenges those who, like the older brother, rely on their own righteousness rather than grace.